Hi grade 5. So today we are going to look at ways to separate mixtures again. This time we're going to classify the different methods for what states they work best with. Okay, so please follow along. I will type all the answers in and then you can go back and add them to your Google Doc, and when you're done you can submit it. So the first we're going to look at is solid and solid. So our first method we're going to look at is using a sieve. So a sieve is like a bowl that is made out of mesh or made out of plastic with holes in it so that smaller particles can fall through and the bigger particles still stay in the bowl. So for example, if I was trying to separate sand and rocks, I could put the mixture into the sieve and all the sand would fall through the little holes and my bigger rocks would stay in the bowl. The next method to separate two solids is using water, and this is through flotation. So that means if I was trying to separate cork and sand, I could mix water into it and the cork pieces would float on the top where the sand would settle on the bottom, and then I can easily scoop out the cork and separate it from the sand. The next solid and solid separation is air. So for air, this is going to be using wind separation. So for wind separation, it would be like if I had feathers and rocks mixed together. I could blow air onto the mixture and the feathers would blow away and my rocks would still stay. And our last solid to solid separating technique is with a magnet. So this would be like if I had cereal and paper clips mixed together, I could swing my magnet through the cereal and pick up all the paper clips, so then I would have my paper clips stuck to my magnet and my cereal still left in the bowl. So just to review, our 4 methods for separating a solid, and a solid is a sieve, water, air, and a magnet. So next we're going to look at a solid and a liquid. So our first method we can use to separate is a filter. So a filter is going to be like a cloth that you're going to pour the liquid and solid mixture into. So the liquid will go through the filter, whereas our solids will still stay on top. So this is often we see when people make coffee. So they put the coffee grounds in a filter and the water runs through and the coffee grounds stay in the filter. Okay, our next method for solid and liquid separation is evaporation. So with evaporation, it would be like if we mixed water and salt together. So the water is going to eventually evaporate out of the container, leaving the salt. So evaporation takes a long time. It is not a very quick method to separate a liquid and a solid, but it works really well for the solids that are dissolved in the liquid. So our next solid and liquid separation is decanting. So decanting is going to be where we have, say, rocks and water mixed together in a container, and you are able to slowly pour out the water and keep the rocks in the container. So that would be decanting a solid and a liquid. So to review, our solid and liquid separating techniques are using a filter, evaporation, or decanting. Next, we're going to go to liquid and a liquid. So our first method for separating two liquids is distillation. So distillation is where you're going to heat two liquids, and the two liquids will have two different boiling points, and then where they turn to a vapor. So for example, if I was boiling water and ethanol, ethanol boils at a lower temperature than water, meaning it will separate from the water and evaporate faster than the water will. So I'll be left with just the water when the ethanol has all vaporized. The next liquid to liquid method is decanting. So this can also be used for liquid and liquid, just like we saw for liquid and solid, because decanting would be with oil and water perhaps, where there's two different density points. So with that, if we had our oil and water layered, we could pour out the water carefully and be left with the oil in our container still. So next, we're going to be looking at liquid and gas. So the way to separate a liquid and a gas is through heating or cooling. So it's similar to liquid and liquid where you're heating it up so that the gas vaporizes, or you're cooling it so that the gas condenses. And our final one is going to be a gas and a gas. So this is called liquefying. So in this, gases have different condensation points. So what you do is you condense the gases and one will become a liquid while the other still remains a gas. So those are the different ways that we can separate different states of matter from each other.